Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to this week's Cosmic Guidance for December the 20th through until the 26th. We are wrapping up the final full week of 2021. So there's a lot of beautiful integration to do here, celebration. A lot of this was brought in by the recent full moon in Gemini, the Venus retrograde. So we've got a lot to dive into today. I'm going to give a breakdown day by day of the energies and a way that you can connect with them and work with them in the highest expression to really enter this beautiful co-creative dance with the universe. So if you are new to me, welcome. If you followed me for a while, a big warm welcome as well. So my name is Kara. I'm an Akashic astrologer. I'm also a spiritual business mentor. So in these weekly videos where I share the cosmic guidance, I look at it from an astrological perspective. So studying the planetary shifts, and I also look at it from the realm of the Akashic records. So the Akashic records holds the codes of existence, and when you connect into your unique records, you are connecting to your journey of the soul, your unique soul blueprint, and we can tap into this realm to really get a deeper understanding of the changes that are happening right now on planet Earth and how we can tap into the highest timeline for our life and for our planet and for our business. So there's lots of beautiful guidance and clarity that comes through in the Akashic records as well that I share in these weekly videos. So if that is something that is resonating with you, be sure that you subscribe. So let's dive right in and take a look at this week. I want to give a little bit of context as always before we dive into more of the specific energies. So we are coming out of the Gemini full moon, which was the final full moon of 2021. And if we look at the energy of Gemini and the sun opposite of that in Sagittarius, this is the energy of adventure, of exploration, of curiosity. It really speaks to our belief systems as well. And the narrative that we have created for our life, the story we have created about who we are, about what we are able to accomplish, and a time to really reflect on, are your core belief systems, the stories you're telling yourself, at the end of the day, are they serving you? And if not, it's an invitation to align more deeply to your higher self. And this full moon really assisted us with that. The sun was on the galactic center, which brings in these beautiful codes of wisdom from our higher self. And your higher self is not attached to lack or limitations, not attached to shame or guilt, not looking at the past in order to determine the future. She is holding this energy of what is truly possible for you. She is vibrating in the energy of love and always inviting you to join her there. So full moons, beautiful time to release, but also a time to celebrate. Now we also are in a Venus retrograde, and we're going to carry this into the new year as well throughout January. Venus is also going to be in retrograde motion. Venus is the archetypal energy of the goddess of love, of beauty, and of prosperity. It rules over our relationships. So your relationship with other people, your relationship with yourself. It also is about cultivating that feeling of pleasure and joy and creativity in our life. It rules over money and what we value as well. So when it's in retrograde motion, it really is a deep time of reflection, especially in the sign of Capricorn. We can really reflect on the goals that we have for our life, what we are contributing to the world, and asking ourselves, does it light us up? Our values change throughout our life. And sometimes we can look at and examine our life and realize that it no longer fits with what we desire and where we desire to go. And we have to allow ourselves to change and evolve because life is ever evolving. Our desires are always evolving. And if we don't keep up with that, eventually we feel the discord of that within ourselves. And that can present in different ways. We may just feel this sense of boredom, this sense of frustration, this feeling of being stuck. So know that you can make those changes, and this energy is helping you reflect and come back to what matters to you at the end of the day, not what someone else is doing, not what someone else is achieving, not what someone else said your life is supposed to look like. When you strip all of that away, what do you desire? This is the time to reflect on that, and it is that energy of just take the space, take the time, prioritize that. There is no rush. Now, we also recently had Chiron stationing direct, and Chiron in Aries is all about the self, how we lead ourselves, how we love ourselves, developing self-compassion for ourselves, and honoring the healing journey that you have been on. We don't always take time to honor how far we've come because we're looking at our big vision and where we still want to go, which is really important. We want to look ahead. But we also want to take time to honor that, wow, I've achieved some pretty incredible things. I've healed some pretty big things. I'm not the person I once was. Give yourself credit for that. Celebrate where you are. So that's just a little bit of a backdrop on some of the energies that we will feel and will influence the specific cosmic energies at play this week. So let's dive in, beginning with Monday, December the 20th. We start this week off with the moon in Cancer. The moon rules over Cancer, so it's right at home in this placement, and it's all about nourishing ourselves, again, coming back home to ourselves. What do you desire at the end of the day? And the moon is going to form this opposition with Mercury in the sign of Capricorn. So when we're looking at this Cancer Capricorn axis, it really brings to mind the feminine and masculine energies and how they're at play in our life. The Cancerian archetype representing the divine feminine, the Capricorn being one of the manifestations and representations of the divine masculine. Looking at how those energies are playing out. So are you in need of some of that feminine energy of leaning back, allowing yourself to receive, allowing yourself to relax? Have you been working so hard that you're feeling burnt out and overwhelmed? We can have a sense today, I think, especially with end of year approaching, of feeling like there's so much I have to do, even with the holidays. We're, in the midst of holiday season this week as well. We can feel that pressure that there's so much we have to get done or check off our list. And that's very much that masculine energy. So are you in need of just taking that time to relax, to breathe, to meditate, to allow yourself to receive the efforts of the work you have already put in? Now, the masculine and feminine, regardless of the gender that we are, that we relate to, we both hold these energies. And it could be you need to call in some of the masculine energy and really step up and get things done. Capricorn energy is very good for that. Looking at the goal, looking at what needs to be accomplished and moving toward it, steadily moving toward it. So we have these energies at play here. Now, also, what I'm feeling coming in from the Akashic Records around the energies of Monday and really Tuesday as well, the beginning of the week, is looking at how we're using our intuition and logic. And sometimes we can not see the value that intuition brings in our life, but intuition has insight for you that your logical mind doesn't always access moment to moment. So trust your intuition. It may not always logically make sense, but this Cancer moon, it reminds you to trust that. Trust the power of your intuition, and don't let it be at odds with the analytical mind. How can you bring both together? Those are the energies we're playing with here on Monday. Now on Tuesday, the sun is moving into Capricorn, which marks the beginning of the solstice. So in the northern hemisphere, this is the winter solstice. In the southern, this is the summer solstice. And I know I have people from all over the world that follow and watch these videos. So I know some of you are celebrating the winter solstice. Some of you are welcoming in the summer solstice. And either way, this is a beautiful portal that opens up. The energies are very, very potent on Tuesday and fit into this theme of reflection. Take time to reflect and integrate. Don't try to always just rush forward. And that can happen as well when we're too much in the masculine energy, or we're feeling some anxiety and some emotions we don't want to fully experience. So we're afraid to slow down and we're constantly in go mode and action mode. Take that time though to welcome in these energies, this portal of opportunity that is opening up and reminding you that wherever you are today, you can get to where you desire to be. You are a powerful creator, and the universe wants to be expressed and experienced through you. Now, the sun moving into Capricorn, let's take a look at this archetypal energy. So Capricorn energy is about achievement. It is about ambition. It is about moving toward our goals. It's about accomplishment. On a deeper level as well, it's also about what we are contributing to the world. There is this desire with the Capricorn energy to contribute, to give back. And we feel that as we move throughout the week. This is a week of looking at how we are of service to the world, how we are giving back. What I love about the Capricorn energy as well is it's represented by the mountain goat, and it's about moving toward your goal. I guess the old paradigm and way of kind of conceptualizing this is like climbing your way to the top, but just see it as you are moving toward what you desire, and there is no rush. It's not about rushing to get there. Capricorn is ruled by Saturn, the planet Saturn, which is about that steadiness, that discipline, that persistence, that commitment to where you are going. It's not about fleeting success. It's about defining success on your terms and then taking the actions that you need to get there. And you don't need to know all the actions. That often slows people down. We have this goal, this vision, we feel excited, and then suddenly we're like, we shut it down right away by thinking, what if it doesn't happen? I don't know how to get there. I don't know all the steps. The steps will be revealed to you each and every step of the way. You don't need every step to the equation right away. And there's also infinite ways that you can get what you desire. And our logical mind can't always conceive of all those possibilities. So initially, when you have a goal, allow yourself to remain in the excitement of it, the expansiveness of it. From that energy, you will be led to the next step, or you will be led to the person that has the next step for you. You don't have to figure it all out. So keep that in mind. That's our energies on Tuesday. Wednesday, the moon is going to move into Leo. We're starting to feel that energy of connection. And we don't always see Leo this way, but Leo represents romance, and it represents family and loyalty. And that's a big part of the Leo energy as well. So I really like this moon in Leo that will be playing with end of Tuesday into Wednesday. But what I really want to take a look at here is Thursday, December the 23rd. We have a really powerful aspect here between Saturn and Uranus. Saturn and Uranus are going to form what is known as a square formation. This has been one of the planetary hallmarks of 2021. They have been orbiting within one another throughout this year. And at 3 times, they were exact in this square formation. And on the 23rd and 24th, it is one of those times. So let's look at this energy a little bit here, because we've really seen this play out, I feel, for each of us in an individual scale, at a larger scale. Saturn energy is about discipline, rules, and regulations. It's about structure. Uranus is about progression. It's the liberator, the awakener. So when we have a square formation in astrology, it's a point of tension. And you can see how these energies may not be flowing in harmony here. One is wanting that structure, the other is wanting freedom. And on a larger scale, we've been very aware of that this past year. The rules and regulations that seem to fence us in and feel like they take away our freedom, and the ones that are supportive and the ones we want to have in place as we move forward. These have been questions we have been discussing and reflecting on. And I invite you to go a little deeper as well into your personal life and look at where you're fencing yourself in, where you're taking away that feeling of freedom in your life. Uranus is all about freedom. It doesn't want to be fenced in. It wants to be free. It's not interested in the past. It's looking at the future. So of course we're looking at the balance between these energies, because sometimes freedom or discipline and structure provide a foundation for greater freedom in our life. Sometimes they hold us back. So we really have to examine in our own life where we are holding ourselves back, where we may need a more solid foundation in which to grow, or where the routines that we have put in place in our life no longer serve us and need to be reevaluated. Very strong energy there on the 23rd for sure. Okay, so Friday the 24th, it is Christmas Eve for those who celebrate. I know there's many holidays that are celebrated this time of year. Tends to be a time where we're gathering with family, with friends. So interesting energies here on the 24th. We're still going to be feeling that square formation with Saturn and Uranus, and the moon's going to move into Virgo. So I really love this. There's an earthy energy that we're feeling on the 24th and the 25th that we can really grasp onto. We can allow ourselves to exhale, to relax, to just simply be present. And I invite you to feel into that energy. Be present, be mindful. A Virgo moon is also very much about service. So we want to be aware as well. I mean, service is a beautiful thing. It feels really good when we can support those around us, when we can give back to other people. And we want to be sure that we're doing that not from a space of lack or putting our own needs aside, which only fosters resentment. So there is a way to have both. There's a way to really honor what you need, show up fully, and from that space to give back. So I like this energy that we can draw on the 24th. Now, it is, we may be aware too that people aren't emotionally connecting as much, but it doesn't mean they don't really care. Like this earthy energy is more practical, I would say. Like even with the service, it's very like, what can I do for you? What can I get you? Do you have what you need? And we may not feel the emotional connection, but there's certainly that desire to give back. So it's very interesting. And the moon will also trine Uranus and the sun. So more earth energy really being activated here. Now on Saturday, the 25th, on Christmas Day, if you celebrate, we continue to have the moon in Virgo, or whatever you are celebrating this day. We've got the Virgo moon. So again, this feeling of service, a healing energy too. There's a lot of healing codes that are flowing in for us to receive at this time. The Virgo archetype is one of the healing signs of the zodiac, opposite Pisces, that also embodies the energy of the healer as well. Now the moon's going to flow in harmony with Venus and Mercury on Saturday, the 25th. So I really love this energy for communicating what we want, what we need, for connection, for really getting back to what we love and value. It's going to oppose Neptune. So if we desire, we can really feel into like this higher presence today as well. The Neptunian energy is about ascension, whereas Virgo really grounds it out. And I think it's magical when we kind of have both, when we can be really grounded in maybe the practical day to day, but we infuse it with magic. Right? Which we can do. We can be going through our day-to-day routine and we can infuse everything with this sense of wonder, this sense of magic. And that's the energy at play here today. Now, Venus is retrograding and it's going to form a conjunction, an exact conjunction with Pluto on the 25th. So Pluto energy here is about evolution. How have you been evolving? How have your values evolved? Now, this energy can also bring up feelings of jealousy. And I don't even think that needs to be a negative thing if we don't act on it like it's a negative thing. And I've spoke about this the last few videos because this has been a theme that's been coming through as Venus has moved closer to Pluto. And we're working with this throughout January. And, we're really reflecting on we're only jealous of things that we desire. So we can really even reframe it in our minds and just be thankful for people showing us what it is we really want in our life. So be aware of that energy on the 25th and use it as guidance of, oh, thank you for showing me what's possible. I love you for showing me what's possible. Lean into that. Now, this is also really good for depth of connection. Anytime Pluto's involved, Pluto and Venus, anyone who has this signature in their birth chart, not interested in superficiality. They want to go deep. They want to connect. So this is really good for that depth of connection with people in your life where you can really, be honest and say you're not interested in just the superficial. Like, let's actually connect. I want to get to know you. This is very connected to the subconscious beyond what somebody is just projecting and really digging deeper to what their core intentions are and having deeper insight in your life of what those core intentions are, what's really motivating you. So really interesting aspect and energy here. So I will say on the 24th and 25th, allow yourself to relax, get nice and grounded, connect to your breath and focus, really focus on building that depth of connection with the people around you. Really listen, really show that you care. Don't overextend out of obligation. Maybe don't overextend at all, but give from a space of I want to give. It feels good to give, and I'm filling myself up. I have healthy boundaries, and I have lots to give as well. So those are the energies for Friday, for Saturday, Sunday here. Later in the day, the moon is going to move into Libra. This is really good for connection and social gatherings as well. We will feel a little bit more social here. Mercury is also going to sextile Neptune. So I love that Neptune keeps sneaking in to these energies this week, because it does add a transcendence, magical quality to it as well, where we can really remember the bigger picture here. So those are the energies for the week ahead. I am wishing you all a very happy holiday season, and I look forward to continuing to provide this guidance and support into the new year. I'm also hosting on Tuesday Expansion Code. So this is going to be my final masterclass of the year, and it's supporting you in aligning to your highest timeline for 2022. So I'll be going over the main astrological highlights for the year, and we'll also really be working in the Akashic Records. So you will open your Akashic Records, and in that space, we're going to do some high level activations and clearings. You're going to tap into abundance and wealth, and really defining success on your terms and anchoring into that frequency and energy of what you desire to create in this new year. It's going to be extremely powerful. So if you are curious about shifting energy, exploring your Akashic Records, diving deeper into astrology, definitely check that out. I will pop the link below, along with the link to my Instagram as well, if we are not connected on there. All right, sending you all so much love. Happy holidays, and I will see you all very soon. Bye for now.